Still just creeping along. That wind has been pretty rough. It cleared up, sun came out. What was so crazy is here I am jamming to some Rolling Stones and late 70s, early 80s, and I Wish It Would Rain by Temptations plays. I was like, how'd that get in the mix? But some songs hit you just at the wrong time too. But it is getting sunny. I think the rain has passed, but it certainly brought some wind. Of course, this time of year we usually stay pretty windy, clean into about March, and then it dies out to about September and gets windy again. That's the South. We don't have a lot of, almost never snow or anything like that, and we don't have much winters, and no hills, but we get some wind resistance training in. It's usually one of my favorite things to do is hit Jekyll Island when we got a hard either north or south wind and work on wind resistance on one direction and wind sprints on the other direction. I like it best when the wind's blowing south. We have a Strava segment that's, I don't know the time, but I want to say the max speed on that about a 3/4 of a mile distance is about 38.6, if I remember correctly, 38.6 miles an hour. And I tried to outrun a friend of mine. We set it up perfectly where we had about a 20-mile-an-hour tailwind and a group of about 20 people, and we stayed towards the rear until the last loop on that little beachside 3/4 mile section, and sprinted out from behind to try to beat that section. I think he that particular day, I think he got right at 36 and I was right at 34, so he blew me away. But still, for a little flatland sprint, non-professional riders, even with a tailwind, that's not too bad. And on the bike, I was on my gravel bike at the time, so it'd been better if I was on my older Trek that I had with the 56 front chainring and 1136 on the rear. I probably, I don't know if I could have kept up with them or not, but Mike could have got a little faster anyway. But anyway, I'll give you a little downshift coming over this bridge. This chain still skips a little bit when I push too hard. Might be a chain, might be wore out, or it could be cassette, might be needing replaced. I'll give you a little view of the I-95 going over. I think I broke another record as far as slowest average speed on a ride. But it's intentional. Trying to keep it down. Zone 2. Just fat burning zone and not cardio zone. I'll pick up cardio zones later. That's southbound. Northbound. Still some serious winds, especially going, I think the wind is blowing south, and I'm heading east, so it's crosswind. All I hit was like 25 mile an hour because the wind's pushing so hard to the side. Going the other way, I think I hit 26, maybe 27, I'm not even sure, but nowhere near record speeds coming down that little bridge. See, crosswind will slow you down, especially with deep carbon wheels. I'm not sure what size these are, probably 38 mil. I think mine on my bike are 32s. These might be 38 or 42s. I hadn't really looked, but no more than 42, I don't think. But that's just enough to catch some wind for sure. You can see all the standing water still. It rained all night and most of the morning. I know one thing, any ride efforts I plan on putting down more than 25-30 miles, I sure won't be doing on this saddle. It's hard to get even 25 miles on this saddle without your butt hurting. Miss my saddle, but I'm still waiting on shift cable housing to show up so I can change out my cable housing on my bike, and that won't be until I get back from California for sure. It's supposed to be in this week, but I'll be other side of the country, 3 hours behind, which sucks for a morning person, because I sure won't get no sleep. Just in Arizona, 2 hours behind. I got zero sleep because it was the week after time change too, so it was crazy. I felt like I was 3 hours behind there, and I was waking up every morning at 2 a.m. and not getting back to the hotel till sometimes 9-10 o'clock at night. Late dinners. Oh my goodness, it's hard when you're a morning person, when you're used to waking up at 4 a.m. and getting into bed 8:30 p.m. So going back in time 3 hours, I know I'm going to have some early mornings and some long days again, but you do what you got to do. All right, I'm gonna stop recording. I think the wind is now blowing north. Talk to you soon.